talk about the plow. Have any of you ever plowed? I mean behind an animal. I don't mean on a tractor. Walking behind an animal. I'm not talking about your little brother. I'm talking about a mule, ox. I did. I helped start a church when I was in college down in South Central Virginia, down there out there at the church one Saturday with the pastor who were doing some things. Right beside the church was an old guy that had about a 10-acre tobacco field. And I had never seen the man out there before. We got there one Saturday. He's plowing his field with a mule. Well, I'd never seen anybody plow with a mule before. My mother talked about plowing with a mule when she was a little girl, but I'd never actually seen it. And I stood there and watched this guy. We went down one row, and he came back up toward the church the next row. And when he went ready to go again, I went out there and asked him, could I try it? I said, could I plow? Would you mind if I just try to, I've never plowed with an animal. Can I just give it a shot? It'll be all right? Yeah, sure. Here's what you do. Put that strap over there and grab that. Get a good grip now on that thing right there. And hang on that right there. And you kind of keep it tipped up at an angle. It'll come out of the ground. And when you're ready to go, you just say, gee. Big old mule. I said, gee. Thing didn't move. Just stood there. Because he wasn't used to my voice. He turned his head. That was funny. The mule looked like, what? Who are you? I don't know who you are. And while I was laughing at the mule looking at me, when I said, gee, the old man said, gee, and the mule took off. I wasn't quite ready for that. And we went, I don't know, we went 2 or 3 feet, and the plow came up out of the ground, wiped out about 4 tobacco plants. Chop, 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 chop. And the old man's going nuts by now. He said, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm wiping his whole field out there. That was my entire experience in plowing. I'm not exactly an expert in the plowing field, the field of plowing, wherever it is you plow. That plow was steel. That plow was made to stay in the ground, and it still yanked right up out of the ground because I didn't have the right angle on it. When you plow in colonial days, you don't have a steel plow. You don't have a plow that's made to stay in the ground. You have a piece of a wooden wedge that you have to literally rip through the ground. It doesn't cut. You have to pull it through the ground. So you've got to keep the nose of the plow down. That's why there was a platform usually built right there over the plow, and one family member stood on that. It was a 2-man job. You had to have somebody's body weight. If you didn't have children, your wife stood there. Now, there's no joke there. The body weight joke didn't mean, forget it. Yeah, how does a farmer pick a wife? Well, you keep the nose of the plow in the ground with body weight. And you have to have, at least 2 good oxen strong enough to pull that wooden plow through the ground. It's not slicing, it's just ripping. You hit a big root, snaps that plow in half, you got to go make another one. Rocks, stumps, everything's in your way. How do you get rid of stumps? Not easy. It may take a generation or 2 for a field to literally completely be cleared. You work at it every year, and stumps rot, and you chop them up a little bit and get rid of more of it this year and more the next year. It may take you 10 years to get that whole field clear of stumps. Well, you plow around them until you get rid of them. Big old rocks in the field, you can't pull them up. You have nothing to pull them up with. You just go around them. Colonial fields were rarely ever straight rows. They had to move around obstacles in the field. It was very difficult. New England.